Greetings. I'm Mr. Grim Number 512, alongside the one and only Dark Knight 987. On this glorious first day, as we count down to All Hallows Eve, me and Dark Knight 987 are gonna send you through 35 days of horror. 35 days through the scariest films and television series you've ever seen in your life. This, my friends, is ripped from the Silverscreen. Season 3. Enjoy the review. And oh yeah, tickets, please. What's going on, you guys? I'm, as always, Mr. Grimmer 512 with the one and only Dark Knight 987, and welcome, everybody, to a brand new edition, to a brand new episode, to a brand new year of Ripped from the Silverscreen. Tonight, me and Dark Knight 987 are headed back to 1988, and we're going to take a look at one of the most scariest films from one of the most renowned masters of horror in the history of the game, the one and only Wes Craven. Last year we had talked about this movie a little bit last year when we discussed some of his other films that we talked about.
That's right.
This, my friends, is Wes Craven's most horrifying film, The Serpent and the Rainbow. And as I said before, this film was directed by the one and only Wes Craven himself. This film was based on the book by Wade Davis. This film is also starring Bill Pullman, Kathy Tyson, Ziggs McKay, and Paul Winfield. And what do you know? This film came out just weeks before my birthday.
Well, what do you know? That's right. FYI, a little known fact there. Remember when Mr. Room 2 was born February 24th of 1988. So yeah, that was not long before he was going to be in the picture. So FYI.
Yeah.
Known fact there.
So there's a lot, and also there's a lot of stuff that we need to discuss about what happened in this movie too.
Oh gosh.
Especially what happened after the movie was made. For those of you who had no idea what's going on, what happened, Wes can tell you himself. There is a. If you guys have not seen the Masters of Horror documentary that I have on my channel, there's a Masters of Horror documentary that he discusses what went down on the set of The Serpent and the Rainbow. When one of his producers went completely apeshit on set and thought that he was getting possessed, thought that he was sending just a lot of crazy shit went down on the set of this movie. But yeah, this movie was like really, really crazy and really, really creepy. And I've seen this movie. I'm not sure really if Knight has ever seen this one.
been a long time, actually. I think I remember this, but it has been a long time that I've seen that. I think I remember this movie now that we're talking about it and now that I see it. So it's been a long time. I might have to rewatch it for a refresher, but yeah.
Yeah. So we are gonna talk about this. We're gonna talk about movies and television. So we're gonna do a video of these each week, each day, because I have to wait. I have to wait a whole day. I have to wait a whole day to freaking. Things are gonna be a little hectic coming up in the weeks ahead as we talk about each movie and each television series that we talk about too and stuff like that. So,
yeah.
But as I said before, yeah, this movie is directed by Wes Craven. May God rest his soul. By the way, we lost Wes a couple of years back.
That's right.
And so we're gonna talk about this, and yeah. So here we go. In 1978, a Haitian man named Christophe mysteriously dies in a French missionary clinic, while outside a voodoo parade marches past his window. The next morning, Christophe is buried in a traditional Catholic funeral. A mysterious man dressed in a suit who is outside Christophe's hospital window on the night he died is in attendance. As the coffin is lowered onto the ground, Christophe's eyes open and tears roll down his cheeks.
Whoa.
7 years later, Harvard anthropologist Dennis Allen, played by Bill Pullman, is in the Amazon rainforest studying rare herbs and medicines with a local shaman. He drinks a potion and experiences a hallucination of the same black man from Christophe's funeral, surrounded by corpses in a bottomless pit. Back in Boston, Allen is approached by a pharmaceutical company looking to investigate a drug using Haitian voodoo to create zombies. The company wants Allen to acquire the drug for use as a super anesthetic. Why?
Really?
What? Why? What? To fucking make them all crazy? Are you fucking serious? All right, let's read on. The corporation, yeah, we'll talk about that shit here in a minute because I'm getting pissed off about that. The corporation provides Allen with funding and sends him to Haiti, which is in the middle of a revolution. Allen's exploration in Haiti, assisted by Dr. Mario Duchamp, locates Christophe, who is alive after having been buried 7 years earlier. Allen is taken into custody, and the commander of Tonton Mukut, Captain Dargent, portrayed the same man from Christophe's funeral and Allen's vision, and the Amazon warns Allen to leave Haiti. Continuing his investigation, Allen finds a local man, Mozart, who is reported to have the knowledge of the procedure for creating the zombie drug. Allen pays Mozart for a sample. Sorry guys, I'm kind of tired. I just woke up.
Yeah, bear with us.
But Mozart sells him rat poison instead. After embarrassing Mozart in public, Allen convinces Mozart to show Allen how to produce the drug for a fee of $1,000. Allen is arrested again by Tonton Mukut and tortured by having a nail driven through his scrotum. Oh
no! Now I didn't remember that. Oh no!
And then dumped on a street with a message that he must leave Haiti or be killed. Allen again refuses to leave and meets with Mozart to create the drug. Come on!
You gotta be kidding! Oh God!
Was it getting a nail put in your fucking dick enough? Jesus H. Christ. Alan has a nightmare of a Bertrand revealed to be a Boker who turns enemies into zombies and steals their souls. When Alan wakes up, he is lying next to Christoph's sister, who has been decapitated.
Oh, damn.
The Tonton Makuts enter, take photos, and frame Alan for murder. Really?
Ridiculous.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Alright, well anyway, let me see here. Bertrand tells Alan to leave the country and never return, lest he be convicted of the murder executed and then his soul stolen by Bertrand. He puts Alan on a plane, but Mozart sneaks on board and gives Alan the zombie drug. Mozart asks Alan to tell people about him so that Mozart can achieve international fame. Alan agrees and returns to Boston with his mission apparently completed. At a celebration dinner, the wife of Alan's employer is possessed by Bertrand, who warns Alan of his own imminent death. Alan returns to Haiti, where his only ally, a Hongon named Lucien Celine, is killed by Bertrand, and Mozart is beheaded as a sacrifice for Bertrand's power. Alan is then sprayed with the zombie... Wait. Yeah. Alan is then sprayed with the zombie powder and dies. Later, Bertrand steals Alan's body from a medical clinic before the death can be reported by to the U.S. Embassy. Keep him company. Bertrand takes Alan to a graveyard where, helpless in his coffin, Alan sees that Bertrand has captured Mario and will sacrifice her. Bertrand shows Alan Celine's soul and a canary. Alan is then buried alive with a tarantula to keep him company.
Oh God.
Waking up in his coffin a few hours later, Alan is rescued by Christophe, who is also turned into a zombie by Bertrand. Having escaped Bertrand's trap, Alan returns to the Tonton Makut headquarters looking for Mario. There, Alan defeats Bertrand through a battle of wills, using Celine's white magic to drive a nail into Bertrand's groin. Payback, motherfucker.
Dang right.
And sends his soul to hell. As the Haitian people celebrate the downfall of Jean-Claude Duvalier, Mario proclaims the nightmare is over, thus ending the Serpent and the Rainbow.
Yep.
Alright, so let's talk about this goddamn crazy ass movie.
Sure.
Jesus H. Christ. I forgot about how horrifying this fucking shit was.
Me too.
But god damn. So this movie. So yeah, we need to talk about this shit because this movie scared. This movie. This movie's creepy as fuck. This movie's scary as hell. And it also what this is what pisses me off about this particular movie.
What?
Several times the guy told him not to come back to Haiti. Several times. The company that the guy works for, that Alan works for, is literally asking him to acquire the drug that creates zombies and make it a super anesthetic.
Oh God.
Why? I don't understand. I don't have no idea. I have no other ounce of idea of why. If you guys can tell me in the comment section what the fuck is going on, I'd be happy. I'd be happy.
there with you.
But what happens is that this son of a bitch, this Petrod guy, is making life miserable. He's making life even more miserable for this poor dude. For Alan. He excuse me. This guy, he comes across this guy named Mozart, and he wants to get a sample of the drug, but he gets rat poison instead. I don't know what to make of this guy, Mozart, but this dude, when you first meet him, you could tell that he's a scumbag asshole.
Oh yeah, off the bat.
But, and you could also say the same about Petrod too, because Petrod is a miserable piece of crap too himself.
Oh gosh.
But the movie starts out the way it starts out in 1978 when this whole thing began. When this guy named Christoph, who plays him? Conrad Roberts. Christoph is mysteriously dies. In a French missionary clinic, and he, like, the whole idea for this movie is basically someone turning another person into a zombie, taking their soul and stuff like that, and it's scary as hell.
Yeah.
Not to mention the fact that towards the end of this movie, Alan, Bill Pullman's character, gets buried alive. He gets buried alive with a live tarantula.
Oh God.
To keep him company, as it were.
Yeah, company my ass.
So, yeah, this movie is creepy. This movie is crazy as hell. Oh, the torture scene too, when he gets a nail driven into his nuts. Oh my God, I'm hurting so bad right now. From just thinking about that.
Yeah,
But what did you think about the Serpent and the Rainbow, dude?
Well, first off, I want to give him on the fact that it was creepy and scary as fucking hell. And again, like I said, Petrod, what an asshole. I mean, come on. But that scene with the nail, dude, that could not get out of my mind. That definitely went over my head after I seen this movie, and I could not. That's the worst thing to happen to somebody, getting a nail put through, your balls and your scrotum, and it's the worst thing to happen to a man, obviously. But yeah, scary as hell. There's something about that nail scene, number one. And then, of course, being buried with the tarantula? No. As you may be aware, myself and Grim here, we hate fucking spiders.
Yeah.
We hate spiders with a passion, because I hate spiders. Oh, no, I never will. But being buried with tarantula, dude, that was the thing that, made my heart. I'll tell you that right now, man. Oh my gosh.
There was also stuff. There's also. Sorry, man. Sorry.
No,
I'll let you. Okay. There was also stuff in this that was fucking crazy as fuck. The fact that this guy is working with this company, making a super anesthetic for I guess hospitals and stuff like that. for whatever reason, for whatever fucking reason, why he decides to do this horrible. He decides to keep coming back to Haiti. And Petrod, I'm going to tell you something about Petrod. Petrod is a sick fucking motherfucker. He's a sick fuck. Because this motherfucker is trying to do it. This motherfucker tries to literally tell Alan that he this dude is actually laying next to a body. When Alan wakes up, he's sitting there, he's laying there next to a fucking body. Christoph's sister, who was decapitated. And then these motherfuckers, the Tonton Macoutes, these guys are supposed to be police in Haiti. These motherfuckers decide that they're gonna go in and they're gonna take pictures. They're gonna fucking frame this poor guy for murder. He has no idea what is going on when he wakes up. This guy Mozart gets murdered. The Christoph's sister gets murdered. They take his wife, for God's sakes. And they try to take. Supposedly, they're going to try to take her soul. And just, oh my God, dude, just horrible shit happens in this movie. To this poor guy, to Bill Pullman's character, he's thinking to himself that he's a fucking zombie, that he can't breathe. He's going through all this emotions and stuff like that, and it's just tearing him apart. It's just making his life a nightmare, a living, breathing nightmare. That's what this guy's going through. Would you agree with that sentiment, man?
I do. All these messed up things happening in this movie. I mean, come on. And of course, the character Alan. I mean, you have to feel bad. I felt bad for the guy that all this things happening around him. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you feel bad for him. You feel really bad for him.
Yeah.
But go ahead, man.
But anyway, but all these messed up things happening in this movie. Getting framed for murder? I mean, come on. When you didn't even do a damn thing, that is messed up in my book. That's the worst that happened to a person if they get framed for something they didn't even do in the first place. And that was the worst that happened to him. And then the whole thing about this drug, I don't get it. I mean, super anesthetic. What was the point of creating this drug anyway? Why would you want to create a drug like that? You know? So, yeah, basically, there's a lot of messed up things that you have to feel bad for Alan. You have to feel bad for him because all the things happening around him. He gets framed for murder. Not to mention, gets a nail put through it, you know, and there with a tarantula to boot. My God. Wow.
Yeah, and and you know, towards the ending of this movie, he the nightmare, the whole Mario proclaims his wife proclaims that the nightmare is over. Is it? Is it fucking over? Because it doesn't seem like it to me. Not once.
I don't think so.
But I had no idea that the guy that did Terminator did this movie neither. Brad Fidel. He did the music for the first Terminator and the second one.
That's right. And also, Paul Winfield was one of the policemen. He was also in the first Terminator as one of the cops that helped Sarah. Yeah. Unfortunately, he's also passed on. God rest his soul, Paul Winfield.
Yeah.
Great actor.
Yeah. So what was going on So let me see if I can get this.
This area.
Let me see here if I can look at this here. Let me see. Okay, so this is the production. So
okay.
The production was filmed. This movie was filmed in Boston, Massachusetts, Santo Domingo, and the Dominican Republic, and also in Haiti. During production in Haiti, the local government informed the cast and crew that they could not guarantee their safety for the remainder of the film's shoot because of the political strife and civil turmoil that was occurring during that time. As a result, production was relocated to the Dominican Republic for the remainder of the shoot. Not to mention, one of the producers. If you watch that Masters of Horror documentary, he says it himself. Yeah. Wes says it himself. One of the producers went ape shit on set. Went crazy on set. They found him. They found him 2 months later. They found him 2 months later in his apartment. In his apartment, crazed out of his mind.
Oh my gosh.
Like he was possessed. Like somebody had possessed him.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm thinking to myself, Jesus Christ, if that could happen in real life, what the fuck else could happen?
No,
like,
I don't want to think of.
Yeah, that's scary. That's a scary thing. That's a scary thing to think about. But I have to give this movie credit. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn what anybody says. I don't care. This movie is a good movie. I don't care what anybody says. This movie is not a gimmick. Roger Ebert is a fucking moron. He has no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
And Rotten Tomatoes are a bunch of idiots too. Yeah. This movie was so damn good. And so I think me and Knight agree. This movie deserves a 10 out of 10.
Damn right. Damn right.
This movie was scary. This movie was horrifying. This movie was this movie was terrifying. And not to mention, I didn't even say this part. I didn't even say this part at all, neither. There's moments in this movie. He says, Alan's character says, "Don't bury me. I'm not dead. Don't bury me. I'm not dead."
What?
But everybody's looking at him like a zombie. Everybody's thinking that this dude is dead. This dude is a living dead, a living corpse. But he's not dead at all, and stuff like that. But yeah, this movie's creepy as hell. So, yeah, go ahead, man. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just agreeing with you. Creepy as hell. 10 out of 10. That's what we give it. And if y'all haven't seen it, y'all need to, check for you. If you're a horror fan, check it out for yourself. You be the judge. But yeah, it's scary as hell. Just want to warn you on that. So yeah.
Yeah. So if you guys have not seen this at all, please, I welcome you. Go watch it. Go find this on DVD or find this on Blu-ray or anything like that. Okay. Take a look at this movie and see the horror for yourself. That's going to be it for now. For Ripped from the Silverscreen, I am as always Mr. Gurren 512. This is going to be the only video I do for today. I'll probably do some other stuff later for you guys, like maybe some But yeah, this is going to be the very first episode of Rip from the Silverscreen Season 3. So, with that in mind, I'm Mr. Grim Reaper 512, along with the one and only Dark Knight 987.
Yep.
And we will see you all in the afterlife. Maybe. Peace.